From the station that made country music famous, 650 AM WSM, this is a Coffee, Country, and Cody podcast. Hey, it's Charlie Matos, and in this episode, we sit down with Jake Hoot, winner of The Voice. He was getting set to play the Grand Ole Opry and release a new EP featuring a duet with his coach, Kelly Clarkson. Lot to talk about with Jake Hoot. Enjoy our Coffee, Country, and Cody podcast.
This is WSM's Coffee, Country, and Cody.
And Jake Hoot, welcome in here. We had expected Jake a little earlier this morning, but I love the human interest part of this story, Megan. You can relate. You got a house full of kids there. Dad had to drive somebody to school this morning. Jake, welcome to WSM. Headed to the Grand Ole Opry tomorrow night. What's happened over the last hour or so in your personal life?
Oh, yeah. Well, thank y'all for having me and being patient with me. I drive out. I used to live in Cookeville, Tennessee. And so every morning for school, I drive my daughter out for school. And then I come back and I drive back out in the afternoon. So I usually get back about 9. So I appreciate y'all waiting on me.
Of course.
As we say about this show, somewhere between culture and agriculture. First of all, you got a bison on your cap.
Yes, sir.
You got a Scottish Highland cow behind you there. That's the particular breed that you see. These are things that stand out to me, Megan. And are you a cattle man?
A little bit, but this is Rich Froning, who was fittest man in the world of CrossFit like 4 times. He's a good friend, and they have a farm. They do bison jerky and stuff. So he gave me this hat. And it's about being a big guy. It's about the only hat that fits my head. So I wear it all the time. And then, of course, that was a decor item from my fiance. She was like, I love this thing, so let's get it. So I can't remember what we call him, but he has a name. I think Macy knows his name.
So do you do CrossFit? I'm curious if Rich Froning is your friend.
Well, I would like to say that I would like to do it again someday. We did it for football one year. He was our strength coach at Tennessee Tech. But I haven't done it in a hot minute. And every time I see somebody doing it, like running the laps around one of the gyms outside, I'm like, oh, man, I don't miss that at all. So
Charlie Matos has been challenging our studio director, Eric Markham, to pull the old CrossFit move. What was it, Charlie, that you were impressed by?
He was doing handstand push-ups. I can't do either. He did them both at the same time.
I feel like that should be something like illegal, like to do a handstand push-up.
Well, Megan, Love Out of Time is the brand new music that comes out January 27th from our friend and Grand Ole Opry star. Tomorrow night, he's on stage at the Opry, Jake Hoot.
Yeah, Jake, I just watched the trailer for your duet with Kelly Clarkson that you posted on Twitter. The word epic comes to mind. You have an incredible voice, but I can imagine that Kelly doesn't just duet with anyone. I mean, Brett Eldridge, Jason Aldean, and now you. What does that mean to you?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, she can sing anything she wants. Let's be real. I mean, she can take any genre and sing it. And the fact that she wanted to be a part of this project, and then that she agreed to do a music video, it just worked out beautifully. And watching back, like I've got the music video and we're teasing it here and here, but every time I watch it, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I still can't believe that happened. So very excited for everybody to hear this EP and to hear that song.
You sound so good together, Bill. Their voices. Wow.
And you recut La Bamba and have made it onto the Latin charts, I understand. And there's a connection to somebody from season 17 of The Voice?
Yes, sir. I grew up in the Dominican Republic, so I've always had that Hispanic, feel to a lot of my music. But I told my team, I said, as soon as we do an EP, I'm putting La Bamba on it. And so I invited the runner-up, Ricky Duran, who lives in Austin. So he came up and he laid down the guitar solo and did some background vocals. So it turned out, a lot better than what I could have ever imagined.
We're going to feature the title track of the album coming up right now. Charlie's got a little La Bamba for you.
Fun.
He got a little June Carter growl in there.
Oh, yes, man, yeah. June Carter meets Richie Valens. That's an interesting place.
That Kelly Clarkson duet, by the way, is called I Would Have Loved You. And I wanted to mention 2 people that I know and I'm so proud of that they got this cut with you and Kelly. And that is Jamie Floyd, who is an incredibly beautiful and talented singer-songwriter in this town, and Dean Sams of Lone Star fame.
Yes, sir.
So how did you guys get this song? Was it pitched to Kelly or to you, or somebody bring it to you?
Well, I actually helped write the song with Jamie and Dean. I had come back from The Voice, and we did a welcome home concert. And because I had sang Amazed for the finale, Lone Star, wanted to be a part of the welcome home concert. And so they came out and sang, and Dean and I just struck up a friendship. We wrote a couple songs together, and then he texted me one day and said, "Hey, I've got this friend that I want you to write with." So we all sat down and wrote I Would Have Loved You. And I mean, you're absolutely right. Dean's an incredible writer, and Jamie is just, she's out of this world when it comes to writing and her singing and everything. And I'm actually doing a writer's round with her tonight, so we're super excited about that.
Oh, how great. And Dean is an Opryland performer alum. Back to the days in the park, one of those who's gone on to great success, but started out singing at Opryland, USA. Well,
Yes,
set up I think you're also a co-writer on the title track of the album that we're going to feature right now. So set up Love Out of Time for us.
Yes, sir. I wrote that with Dave Pahanish, and I had this idea of a love that was just misplaced in time, and I was going through a certain period in my life, like all singer-songwriters do, and had feelings for this person. Necessarily wasn't being
Reciprocated.
didn't have feeling reciprocated. Yeah, there's a word. Yeah. And so we wrote this song, and it's been something I've played at all my writers' rounds for years, and people just seem to love it. And so we ended up, laying down the tracks and had Janae Fleener come out and play fiddle on it. And so it's such a beautiful song. So I'm excited for people to hear it.
Well, what's the number one rule in songwriting? Write what you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And you did. And this is the final result. This is Jake Hoot on Coffee, Country, and Cody, headed to the Opry tomorrow night.
Never met someone like you that makes me feel the way you do. A touch so tender and so kind.
He's got the gift. His name is Jake Hoot. Season 17 of The Voice, on his way to the stage of the Grand Ole Opry tomorrow night. That's the title track of his album that comes out January the 27th, Love Out of Time.
Jake, real quick, I'm following you on Twitter, Jake Hoot Music, and you are posting these epic trailers for your duet with Kelly Clarkson. Tell us about the music video and how that all came together.
Yeah, Kelly's actually the one who came up with the idea. She heard what we did with the song, and she said, "Why don't we do a music video?" But with her busy schedule, obviously, she couldn't come to Nashville and shoot it here. So we flew out there. It's kind of like shooting at a moving target, getting schedules to intersect. And so we shot it at the historical Wiltern Theater out there, and it just, from start to finish, everything just went so beautifully. And to see the finished product now, once everything's been done to it, I can't wait for everybody to see it.
All right, so we look back on 2020. I've asked this question a time or two to folks along the way. What was the number one snack food weakness for you during quarantine?
Oh, ice cream.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what kind. I lean more towards Bluebell, but ice cream is just a flat answer I can give.
Good choice.
And any particular flavor?
Dutch chocolate by Bluebell. Yeah.
Oh.
That's my, I mix a little peanut butter in it, and
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
The king of protein this morning, Jake Hoot, on his way to the stage of the Opry tomorrow night. Thank you, buddy.
Thank y'all.
Thanks for listening to our Coffee, Country, and Cody podcast. Our program director at WSM Radio is J. Patrick Tittle. Our digital producer is Haley Hall. Marketing and promotions director is Amanda Cannon. And I'm Charlie Matos. If you like what you've heard, make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. And leave us a review on iTunes. It really does help new people find the show.